Today I'll be sharing with you a blend that, when I found it, made me think of antique shops and roses. We'll start by blending the three colours together. As they're all quite light tones, they blend very easily together. You can see here that the three colours blend very easily together. You can get a darker brown shade when blending the R83 and the W3. Then you get a lovely light brown between the E70 and the W3. The E70 and the R83 do blend together. There aren't any hard lines, but it doesn't create a light pink as I would have hoped. I'll be starting with her face, well, her nose, and her hands. This colouring video will be a little longer than the others because I'm trying to colour a whole gnome with just these three colours and I had to do a lot of layering. With just these three colours and a bit of layering, we're creating quite a convincing skin colour, although it could do with a bit of orange. Here I'm blending the E70 with the pink, then going over with the W3 to blend it all out. It doesn't look very smooth at the moment, but I think that has more to do with the ink still being wet. We'll move on to something else and see what it looks like when it's dried a little. I do this quite often when I'm colouring because markers do tend to fade. I'll be speeding up the video a lot when I block the colours in at first. As I'll be blending the same colours for this little gnome, I wanted to create a base first. Her bows and the rose, oh that rhymed, should be pink. The dress and her hat, E70, and her braids and her shoes in W3. I've slowed the colouring down a little here so that you can see that I add shadow using the same Copic colour as is underneath. It is sometimes difficult to get a smooth colouring with markers because as the alcohol dries up really quickly, the next time you go over your colour, the layer you have just put down will often be dry, and so the next layer will add more pigment on top of that, hence the streakiness you sometimes get. But this can be used as an advantage because you can get many shades from the exact same marker by going over the same colour again, the next time making a darker shade. I'll be doing that a lot in this video as I only have the three colours. Incidentally, if you want your colours to be smooth and you have to colour a large area, you can use small circular motions as you colour. That way your marker is always blending with a layer that is not yet dry and it won't create as many streaks. You can see here that the pink makes a nice shadow colour too. When you put a colour that's not even that dark next to another colour, often an opposite colour, it can be interpreted by your viewer as a shadow. I'm using the pink here to intensify the shadow on the brown shades, and I'll go over the pink a little bit later with more brown to make it look more like a shadow. Here you can see that lovely dark brown that we get blending between the W3 and the pink. I really like finding new Copic colours when blending between two shades. It's like getting a marker for free. So from here, you're going to see me go over and over the picture, creating more layers as I go along. It's sometimes a bit difficult to judge as I paint because I can't really tell the effect that I have before the ink is actually dry. This is why moving around the image instead of concentrating on one part all the time is a good idea. I'm making texture in those petals by drawing thin lines with the pink. While I'm filling in this with some Jelly Roll pen to create a bit more contrast, I'll show you the discount code. You can download this image from Twisttoon using the code YTGNOME. It's up on your screen now if you'd like to note it down. I'll put a link in the description to take you straight to the Digi. I do hope you like this colour combo and have a lovely and creative weekend.